Welcome learners. BABSc Statistics with Mathematics combination Cauchy squared and Chebyshev inequality. The learning objective of this lecture is to discuss Cauchy squared inequality and prove this inequality. Also to state and prove Chebyshev inequality. Applications of Chebyshev inequality we will discuss in the present video lecture. Let us first look at the statement of Cauchy squared inequality. If x is a random variable, if x and y are random variables taking real values, then expectation of xy whole square is less than or equal to expectation of x square into expectation of y square. This is the Cauchy squared inequality. The proof of the inequality is let we know from the properties of expectation, if x is greater than or equal to 0, expectation of x also must be greater than or equal to 0. Clearly, for any two random variables x and y, and for any two real numbers a and b, it is true that we assume this inequality. A is real number, x and y are real number, a, b are real constants. All are positive. We are squaring the positive value. It must be a positive always. So, taking expectations on both sides, expectation of ax plus by whole square. I just expand a plus b whole square. Here in place of ax we have, in place of by we have. So, a square plus 2ab plus b square. A square x square plus 2ab xy plus b square y square must be greater than or equal to 0. Simply, by using the properties of expectations, taking expectation inside the bracket, a square into expectation of x square plus 2ab are constants comes out expectation of xy plus b square comes out expectation of y square greater than or equal to 0. Simply substitute in place of a minus expectation of xy by expectation of x square, and in place of b 1 in the above form. Simply substitute. This becomes, this is a square minus expectation of xy by expectation of x square is a square expectation of x square minus plus 2, this is a, 1 is b, expectation of xy already there, plus 1 plus 1 is b, expectation of y square. Here this expectation of x square, 1 square, 1 expectation of x square gets cancelled. This remains here. This is, this minus, on squaring this minus becomes positive, minus 2 into, this minus comes here, minus 2 into expectation of xy by expectation of x square into 1. This expectation of xy multiplied becomes square, plus expectation of y square remains. Here we have minus 2 expectation of xy whole square by expectation of x square, 1 positive, 2 negative. So 1 negative remains here. Minus 2 plus 1 becomes minus 1, expectation of xy whole square by expectation of x square plus expectation of y square greater than or equal to 0. Multiplying with the expectation of x square on both sides. We have to multiply this term with the expectation of x square, this term with the expectation of x square. 0 into expectation of x square becomes 0. Minus expectation of xy whole square, this expectation of xy, expectation of x square gets cancelled. Here expectation of x square into y square. This comes right hand side greater than. Okay, this is our Cauchy squared inequality. Expectation of xy whole square is always less than or equal to expectation of x square into expectation of y square. Hence the proof. Next theorem is Chebyshev inequality. The role of standard deviation as a parameter to characterize dispersion as a random variable is precisely interpreted by means of a well-known Chebyshev inequality. This Chebyshev inequality is very much useful to understand the parameter as dispersion. Here, the statement is if x is a random variable with mean mu, expectation of x is equal to mu and expected variance sigma square. Here, mean is mu and variance is sigma square. Then, this is the inequality, Chebyshev inequality. Probability of modulus of x minus mu greater than or equal to k sigma square less than or equal to 1 by k square. This is the inequality. Or probability of x minus mu is less than k sigma greater than or equal to 1 minus 1 by k square. Here k is a real positive number. Let us prove the theorem. Let x be a continuous random variable with mean mu and variance sigma square. Now, by the definition of variance, we know that variance of x is sigma square. By the definition of variance in terms of expectations, sigma square is equal to expectation of x minus expectation of x whole square. This expectation of x is equal to mu, so expectation of x minus mu whole square. By definition of expectation of x, we have this is since this x is a continuous random variable, we define it in terms of integration. Integral minus infinity to plus infinity x minus mu. In place of x, we have x minus mu square f of x dx. This is by the definition of expectation. Dividing this range minus infinity to infinity is divided, this integral is divided into three subintervals. This range, here the range of variable x is minus infinity to plus infinity. We divide this range to three subintervals. We can write minus mu to mu minus k sigma and mu minus k sigma to mu plus k sigma and mu plus k sigma to sigma. Okay, this mu minus k sigma, mu plus k sigma, minus k sigma plus k sigma gets cancelled. This minus infinity to plus infinity remains here. So we are dividing the total integration into three sub intervals. We know that a probability function is always positive. So these three integrals are positive values. Clearly, any of the above integrals are positive. Now, we withdrawing the second integral, that is integral mu minus k sigma to mu plus k sigma x minus mu whole square of x dx. I am withdrawing here. So, one positive value from three positive integral values are discarded from the three. So, some positive quantity is less from left hand side. So this become lesser than the left hand side. So we can write sigma square is greater than or equal to minus infinity to mu minus k sigma x minus mu whole square of x dx plus mu plus k sigma to infinity x minus mu whole square f of x dx. This becomes less value than the left hand side. We are withdrawing one positive value from right hand side. So we can write greater than or equal to symbol here. Look here, this is equal to, this is, we are discarding this, this becomes less than sigma square value. RHS becomes less than LHS. So now consider, this is, since the probability function is greater than 0 always. Consider the first integral. Here from the first integral, the range of x is greater than minus sigma. The range of x is between minus infinity to mu minus k sigma. So this x is less than mu minus k sigma, since the range x lies between minus mu to minus infinity to mu minus k sigma. From this k sigma comes here, comes right hand side. So k sigma is less than or equal to mu minus x. This implies x minus mu, since the RHS is greater than LHS, this mu minus k sigma must be greater than k sigma. Squaring on both sides, mu minus x whole square is greater than or equal to k square sigma square, or if we square any value, it becomes unitless value, it becomes positive. So we can write mu minus x whole square, or mu minus x whole square is greater than or equal to k square sigma square. Mu minus x or x minus mu. Here we have x minus mu whole square. Mu minus x whole square is equal to x minus mu whole square. In the second integral, from the second integral, we can see that this range of x is greater than mu plus k sigma. This mu plus k sigma, look here, x minus mu whole square is greater than or equal to k sigma square. Since x minus mu, this is the lower limit. This is the lower limit. So mu plus k sigma is the lower limit of x. Okay, this x minus mu whole square is greater than or equal to k square. Mu minus x whole square is greater than or equal to k square sigma square. Here, second integral x is greater than. This is the lower limit. X is greater than mu plus k sigma. From this, we can prove that x minus mu x greater than or equal to k sigma square. Therefore, this mu minus x whole square greater than or equal to k square sigma square is true for both the integrals. For first integral and the last integral, this inequality holds good. So instead of x mu minus x or x minus mu whole square, we can write k square and sigma square. Substituting k square sigma square, x minus mu whole square in the equation 1, which is the equation 1, this is the equation 1. Instead of x minus mu whole square, we are substituting k square sigma square. K square sigma square. Common k square sigma square. Common k square sigma square. This becomes minus infinity to mu minus k sigma f of x dx, mu plus k sigma to infinity f of x dx, k square sigma squares. Sigma square gets cancelled. This is greater than or equal to k square sigma square. K square sigma square. This is, we can write minus infinity to mu minus k sigma f of x dx. Here mu minus k sigma is the x is the, this term is upper limit of x. Okay, remember, probability of x less than capital X less than small x, we can write minus infinity to mu minus k sigma of fx dx. So x less than mu minus k sigma, we can write this term as probability of x less than mu minus k sigma, plus similarly this is the x is the mu minus k sigma is the lower limit. So x is greater than x minus x plus k sigma, mu plus k sigma. Since the probability of an event in the interval AB is given by probability of a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b, we can write a to b f of x dx. This is the range, this is the upper limit of x, and this is the lower limit of x. So we can write instead of this term, we can write probability of x less than mu minus k sigma. Instead of this term, probability of x greater than mu plus k sigma. Here this is k square sigma square x minus mu less than minus k sigma. Here x minus mu greater than plus k sigma. Here x minus mu minus k sigma, x minus mu plus k sigma. So we can write k square sigma square into modulus of x minus mu. For x minus mu, k sigma is the lower limit and k sigma is the upper limit. So we can write modulus of x minus mu greater than or equal to k sigma. Sigma square is greater than or equal to, this is the sigma square greater than or equal to k square sigma square into probability of x minus mu greater than k sigma. Cancel with the sigma square on both sides. This 1 greater than or equal to k square into probability of modulus of x minus mu greater than or equal to k sigma dividing with sigma square on both sides. This k comes left hand side 1 by k square greater than or equal to probability of x minus mu modulus of x minus mu greater than or equal to k sigma. This implies probability of x minus mu greater than or equal to k sigma less than or equal to 1 by k square. This LHS is greater than RHS, so RHS is less than LHS. Also, we have probability of x minus mu greater than or equal to k sigma plus, this is greater than, plus the same term less than k sigma must be equal to 1, since the total probability must be equal to 1. This term greater than or equal to k sigma plus less than k sigma must be equal to 1. Here this term comes here, this term comes right hand side minus probability of x minus mu greater than or equal to k sigma. Instead of this term we can use 1 by k square. So probability of x minus mu less than k sigma is equal to 1 minus 1 by k square. Substitute instead of k sigma c constant, k becomes c by sigma square. In this case, the Chebyshev inequality can be written as probability of x minus mu greater than or equal to c less than or equal to sigma square c square, and the second case is probability of x minus mu less than c greater than or equal to 1 minus sigma square c square. Let us look at an application of Chebyshev's inequality. A fair die is tossed 720 times. Use Chebyshev's inequality to find a lower bound for the probability of getting 100 to 140, possibility of 6 points, 100 to 140, 140 possibility of 6 points on the face of the die. Let x be a random variable. Let x be a number 6 on the face of a die, number 6 on the face of a die, then probability of P is equal to probability of getting 6 on a die. This is equal to 1 by 6. We know that probability of getting any of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are 1 by 6. There is total 6 cases, 1 possibility for 6. Q is equal to 1 minus P, 1 minus 1 by 6. This is equal to 5 by 6. Since this follows binomial distribution, here n is equal to 720 times, x follows binomial with mean np and variance npq. Now mu is equal to mean is equal to np is equal to n 720 p 1 by 6. This is equal to n is equal to 120. Similarly, variance is equal to npq is equal to 100. Sigma square is 100. Sigma is root of 100, that is equal to 10. By Chebyshev's inequality, probability of x minus mu greater than or equal to k sigma is less than or equal to 1 by k square. We need to decide this k here. This is equal to x minus, instead of mu 120 we have, instead of sigma we have 10 less than or equal to 1 by k square. Here minus 10k less than or equal to x minus mu less than or equal to 10k. This is equal to 1 by k square. 120 minus this 120 comes here. 120 minus 10k less than or equal to minus 120 becomes plus 120 plus 120 plus 10k. By putting k is equal to 2, we get probability of 100 less than x less than or equal to 140. We need the range from 100 to 140. Instead of k here 2 square 1 by 4, 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4. This is equal to 0.75. The required lower bound for the probability of getting 100 to 140 6 points is 0.75. Okay, we conclude the video lecture. From this video, we have learned Cauchy-Squarge inequality and its proof, Chebyshev inequality and its proof, and application of Chebyshev inequality. Thank you.